Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot, minus my drink. Hold on. Can't do all of this on a dry throat. I'm just saying. I'm glad y'all are here. This is going to be Taurus weekend update. Yes, sir. It's October. Today is October 1st. We are rolling tomorrow, Friday, October 2nd through Tuesday, October 6th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Tuesday's the 6th. Time to clean house, if you will. Time to clear the path. This will be the last full weekend before we really get rolling into Mercury retrograde energy. It goes backwards October 13th and stations direct November 9th. This is going to be, depending on your personality, this might be kind of fun. This is going to be like watching a show of exes. They just going to line up and make it to your door. There's the mental conflict card right off the rip. The caution here is to be mindful of what you're doing. For some of you, it may make perfect sense to rekindle an old flame. For others of you, y'all might be like, hell no, I'm doing that shit. Yeah, here's right here. Do this though. Follow your intuition. I don't give a damn whatever else. Follow your intuition. That's going to carry you where you need to be. Just like Capital One credit card. Everywhere you want to be, follow your intuition. And it will put you in the places that make you shine. I'm just saying. Get my camera straight here. So teaching and learning pulls the Eight of Swords. Perseverance pulls the King of Cups. Communication pulls the Ten of Wands. Intuition pulls the Knight of Wands. Rebirth pulls the Four of Cups. That's what's at the bottom of the deck. And being defensive, there you go. So, yeah, before I jump into anything, let me start that first. Thank you to everybody that has liked, shared, and subscribed. I love y'all. Y'all are awesome. I swear to God, y'all are awesome. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We don't pull no punches here. We tell the truth. No sugarcoating, no flowery stuff. Favorite saying, eat the fish, leave the bones. Take what's yours, leave the rest of it. Don't be choking on something that belongs to somebody else. Taurus, 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 Taurus. Just looking without getting into the energy. Watch your temper, bull. Watch your temper. And I don't do this, but I'm going to say this. I don't usually call out age groups, but if you are younger, if you are a younger bull, I'm talking to y'all in your 20s and your 30s, that little group, watch your temper. Somebody may be trying you. We'll throw that up against the wall. May be trying to get you fired up, if you will. Some of you may be dealing with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They may be trying to pull your chain. You heard that part, right? Just be mindful. Most definitely, it is a period to have your horns sharpened, and most definitely a time to stand up in your own light. But don't go picking fights, and don't be trying to break up somebody else's fight. This is not the time to be trying to play Captain Save-A-Ho. I'm just saying. I know y'all like, really, why? That's the energy. That's where we are. Back to those of you dealing with a fire sign, or somebody that's got fire in their natal chart somewhere, a lot of it. Don't let your bull get into no tussle with no lion. That's the best way I know how to put this. overall energy with the King of Wands sitting on top of the mental conflict. This is player energy. But guess who's the player? Taurus the bull. There you go. This is sitting up on top. And it's not so much about cheating and infidelity. It actually got less to do with that and more to do with a feeling or a spirit of openness and candor and just kind of feeling yourself, if you will. But that's causing some mental conflict for some of you, because for some of you, this is out of character. Trust me, it's the energy, Uranus, Mars, Mercury, everybody going retrograde, Uranus in Taurus, some other bullshit. It's making you feel this way. The mental conflict is coming because a lot of you have more than one option. And we talk about everything now. You got more than one option of what to eat, more than one option of where to go to work, and more than one option to call out on a partner. Just saying. So you may be presenting this side of yourself, and some people are attracted to you, and there may be some people or things even that you're unaccustomed to. But it is all because you're standing up in your light and you're dealing with what you want. See, this is at the bottom in your stomach. This is you. You've changed. The fuck? After February of this year, everybody changed. What you thought? Again, there's some mental conflict on the top because it's a struggle. A lot of us are doing things out of character, talking out of character. I am. I'm like, wait, I'm not this friendly. Where's the real EJ? Where did you go? There are changes. And a lot of times we change and we don't even see the changes. But we've changed. And if you stop and stand where you are and look at where you are right this moment and look at where you were, what is this? October 1st, January 1st of this year. Big difference, isn't it? Huge. That's bringing up some mental conflict. Don't worry about it. Don't trip on it. Deal with issues as they come. The new you, you're like, fuck all this loyalty shit. What the hell going on? And I understand a lot of this attitude right here is coming out of pain, been faithful to somebody, or have just been a faithful person all along and have just been smacked upside the head for being faithful and loyal and ain't got shit in return. And so it's like, fuck it, I'm going to do me. Which is major energy. Exactly what you should do. Do you. Be you. The new you. However that's resonating. In that, you're trying to seek out what you want. Because your tastes have changed. Looking at tomorrow with the Eight of Swords, teaching and learning. Some of you are learning that you had to drop old values and old beliefs and get on with some new shit. Some of you are still out there in the field, but fortunately, you've got the blinders off. However that's resonated. At the end of the day, you could be teaching the lesson. You could also be learning the lesson. Don't be afraid to learn new lessons. Because again, we out here like this, like, hey. There's going to be some shit you're going to have to learn. But as you mature, and this is just life, as you mature, you end up teaching somebody something. Somebody's always watching, whether you know it or not. Somebody always trying to mimic you, whether you know it or not. Somebody thinks a great deal of you, whether you know it or not. So there's always a teaching and learning cycle going on. Kudos to you that have been able to take the blinders off and let go of some of those old values that you've been hanging on to since since Moby Dick was a minnow. I heard that somewhere. But anyway, yeah, that part. Those of you that have not gotten here yet, but you feel yourself kind of slipping down a rabbit hole changing, that's a good thing. Just be mindful. You can be teaching and or learning. We get to Saturday's energy with the King of Cups sitting on the Perseverance. Your heart's desire. La-dee-dee. And this is emotional. A lot of you are getting ready to step off into a chapter of emotional happiness, which is probably, and if we're going to run king for king, looking at the player and the king of cups, the chill. Some of you have started manifesting something a little different. You're tired of all the bullshit. And this segments of this are not going to resonate with all of you. So take what's yours. But we get to Saturday. Some of you, I'm saying Saturday, it could be Tuesday. But some of you change it up. And you're looking for something that has more emotion to it. A little less action, a little less talk, but got more emotion. Somebody that's feeling you at the base level. Manifesting this due to your perseverance and hanging in there and keep going back and creating the things that you want to have in your life. Therefore, about stability. Yeah, there it is. Some of you will begin to see the fruits of that manifestation as we get further into the month. We get to Sunday. Your centerpiece, your challenge is about letting everybody else's bullshit go. Toting up everybody else's wines up the hill. Just mess. Let it go. There's no reason to hang on. And you need to start here. Start communicating. This is probably going to be the theme for the next 7, 8 days, 3, 4, 5 days, whatever. Communication, though, especially with Mercury. Mars and Mercury. There you go. Especially with Mercury getting ready to go retrograde and Mars in the middle of its retrograde. Communication, clear communication is key. And that means you're probably going to have to tell some folks to back the fuck up. I cannot do your work while you on the phone with your boo-boo. It ain't happening. I cannot wash your clothes. Come on now. When I got to go to work. And this might run up and down the gamut with kids, parents, cousins, nieces, nephews, co-workers, boyfriends, girlfriends. Take your pick. But some of you are getting ready to lay all this excess shit that don't belong to you right down. Be clear in your communication so nobody can come back and say, well, you tell me you were just going to take a break. No, I said forever. I ain't say for the weekend. I said forever. That part right there. The double threes, talking about harmony. The number 6 is about harmony. And that's exactly what you're trying to create in the midst of a total makeover. Just saying. Trying to bring some harmony. And harmony starts with communication. Be toting up everybody else. Tell them to stop. Stop calling you with that drama. You ain't trying to hear it. Y'all hear me. Stop sending you text messages. For some of you, this may apply to exes trying to reappear on the scene with their bullshit. And they ain't doing nothing. They doing the same thing they was doing 6 months ago. And will call you. Well, can I use your card? No. You got $10? No. Well, can I come back? No. That part right there. All that excess. Might love somebody to death. But you know, every time they come to the house, they eat up all your food. Mess up all your sheets and clean linens. And then want to look at you like, is there more? Put that extra burden down. Communicate your needs and your wants. Sacral chakra up here. And be about the business of being you. When we get to Monday's energy, with the Knight of Wands and the intuition, talking about that sporting life, being a little spontaneous, that comes back up here to the king. However, while you being you, watch out for the damn snakes in the grass. They're out there. And if I was just kind of hitting around at it before, let me just put it right in your face. The snakes are out there. They're looking for people like us who are naturally loyal, loving, kind. They're not looking for this person. If you have transformed yourself into this person, by all means, be spontaneous, because you're going to catch some shit before the rest of us. Just saying. You're going to knock it right out and be done with it. But if you were just getting here, Be spontaneous. Take some risk. Find that 18-year-old you once were, regardless of however old you are. But be mindful, there are snakes in the grass. This is the same kind of message a grandmother or a mother might give a child before they head on out to the world, go to college, all of that. Be mindful of those snakes. Those of us that are a little more seasoned and know they out there, don't forget they out there. I'm just saying, follow your intuition to the best of your ability. The double twos make 4, talking about stability. Don't let anybody in your spontaneous moment try and rock your stability. Those of you dealing with exes, be mindful. Be mindful. There's a hint and a whiff of deceit here. So there may be some exes coming back while you being all the new you, trying to figure out, well, where's the old you? And they may just start telling lies because they're trying to keep up, catch up, and be up on what you're doing. I'm just saying, do you follow your intuition? Remember, there are snakes in the grass. Get to Tuesday's energy, rebirth, and the 4 of Cups. Or you have been bored and discontent with your life recently. Oh, there's the rebirth. And thinking the grass is greener on the other side. That is the real meaning of this card in its upright position. Think about the rebirth. Before you start looking at somebody else's something, what is it that you're trying to do? Where's your light? For those of you that are in that space, kind of, you know, I'm trying to stand up in my light, but, you know, still kind of bored and ain't nothing new happening, and I ain't got no dates, and same old fucked up ass job every day. The fuck, I'm tired of all this shit. Hold on. Before you get there, because you know the next thing after this, the 4 of Cups, is the 5 of Cups, and I saw that sucker 3 or 4 times when I was shuffling the cards, praying he wasn't going to hit the board. He didn't, but let's just send the neighbors just in case you forgot. So be mindful in your bored and discontented state, thinking that the grass might be greener on the other side and some other bullshit. The 4 leads to the 5, right? So you're not trying to be miserable and crying over no spilled milk. You're not trying to hop out of your cup into somebody else's cup, and you've been there and done that, and you know they're a son of a bitch, and you just you can't help yourself. I gotta call it. I just gotta call it. Yeah, you know what? No, you don't. Stay your butt up there in the cup. Smell your flowers. Drink your wine. Play your harp. Do your thing, and stay there. Don't be trying to climb out of it. If you aren't in rebirth mode, you soon will be. So, one card that I did see come up in the granny cards, this is not the time to be making a whole lot of promises, especially to new people. Oh, baby, and you're so beautiful, but we're going to spend the rest, yeah, you know what now. Stay in your cup. That's hard energy for this weekend, but that's real talk. Stay in your cup. As my cousin Carolyn sometimes says, we're just at home chilling. We're just going to be at the house. I ain't going nowhere, ain't doing nothing. We'll just be at the house. Lay low. That's this right here. Lay low. Especially as we get closer to Mercury going retrograde. Understand that, again, you are going through a rebirth. There ain't nothing about that. But don't get all happy. Don't get too excited. Jump out of your cup and jump into the fire. Then next week I gotta do the woe is me. No, we ain't. We ain't trying to do that. A tricky weekend, Taurus. Stay true to yourself. If you're changing and if you are becoming the King of Wands and you decide you're not trying to have no permanent date in your life, or conversely, those of you with job situations and you thinking about going full-time solo on your own, that confidence of the King of Wands, just be mindful that everybody is not going to like the new you. That part right there. Especially if you're trying to attract this. So strategy is required in different parts of this. You're going to have to think before you actually sharpen up your horns and start running through the store. I'm just saying. And rightfully so, with Mercury going retrograde, what you see, that was another card that popped up out of this deck. Don't believe what you see. What you see right now is not the truth. Just know that part. It's not the truth. Especially with Mars and Mercury in the backward rollerblade motion. Don't believe what you see right now. The best time to make anything new happen, those of you that's itching to get out your cup, probably be the end of November, right around Thanksgiving. Try that. Let all this energy blow over. Is it worth it? Right here. Is it worth it you jumping out your cup, breaking your ankle and some more shit? Is it worth it? Think about it. Those of you that are already coupled up, and I'm not talking about the on and off date shit. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the serious date, living together, that shit. Been dating a long time, don't live together, but it's serious. Before you start trying to tiptoe because you're tired, come on, because you're changing. You got mental shit going on. Should I stay or should I go? Don't play. Think about what you're doing. Is it worth it? You're trying to hook up with somebody new. Is it worth it? You know the partner that you have loves you to death, but you know, tall, dark, and handsome. It's just too much. I can't stand it. But is it worth it? Is it worth all the work, the effort, the sacrifice, everything that you've gone through in your relationship? Is it worth it on some bullshit? I promise you, people that are walking up to you now telling you, promising this and that in the world, and you know, you could be a millionaire and some other shit, don't believe the hype. Don't do it. Show love. Even as you're trying to get people up off you and you're trying to communicate with them what you need, still show some love. Show some love. Baby, I love you, but no, I'm not doing that shit. No. Mama, you're awesome. You're a good mama. But you know what? No. Show the love. Let people know it ain't got nothing to do with how much you love them or don't love them, or how much they love you or don't love you. It's about how much you love yourself. Once again, that is the only major card on the board. So it is worth noting. You definitely need to understand and know what you want, and you need to do you. But in that, make sure you show love. It's going to come out anyway. Ask questions. Those of you that are going through this change with your beliefs, if you're learning, that's what you need to do. Don't. And however that's resonating with you, you know, you may have, some of you may have a life coach, some of you may have someone you're mentoring with, some of you may, you know, call your grandmama once a week and get some advice. However that's resonating, you know you're going through changes. You know your belief system is changing. Don't be afraid to ask questions. That teaching and learning part. Don't be afraid to answer questions if you're teaching. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid you're going to get the wrong answer or say the wrong answer, however that's going. We'll pull one more and see what we got. Oh, shit. Now, you need a better plan. Whoever that's resonating with, you need a better plan. I'm going to go here with the Perseverance and the King of Cups. Trying to attract something a little more emotionally on your level. Put it that way. I'm not going to say emotionally stable. Emotionally on your level. You're going to have to come up with a better plan. I'm just saying. If you're trying to learn something, school, those of you may be considering school or taking some kind of classes, but you can't figure out and you just going to kind of piecemeal it together. You need a better plan. So it might not, right now might not be the time. Right now might be a good time to formulate plans for school, plans for the holidays and family if you are here in the Americas, anywhere else, plans for what may be coming up next year. You know, 2020 was a Lulu. So I don't know what 2021 is looking like. Well, I do actually make a better plan. Just know that part. You need a better plan. For some of you, you may think all systems are go. I would actually leave the whole thing alone until Mercury stations direct on November 9th. Anytime after the 12th, you're probably good to go. But trying to force yourself, and some of you can feel the stalling and the stonewalling now. Instead of trying to agonize and force yourself through energy that's not allowing you to move right in this moment, understand that it may be about divine timing. Right now just ain't the time. And you might need to just step back. Work on your plan. Taurus babies, I love you. I hope y'all have a good weekend. A good start to the month of October. You know I ain't gone nowhere. I'll be back for real. I love y'all. Bye-bye.